start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
GUFON Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
GUFON Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to GUFON. Sunday, September 20th, 2020. Everybody. How's everybody doing? Is everything okay? You guys all right? You make it here? I don't know, man. I give up. You know? I try. I do. I try very hard. Yeah, still not, look, people, there is another stream. I don't understand. There is another stream. People, it's the last time this will happen because I'm getting rid of, Restream. I'm getting rid of it. Yeah. People are saying, there's no other stream. Well, I have people in here watching the show. I don't know why you guys are still over there. Why is Lisa still over there? Oh my God. That's it. I can only lead people so far, and then if it's screwed up, it's screwed up. Yeah, here it is. There's the reminder for this show, but it automatically popped up. What? What is going on? Hold on. Yeah, there I am. So what's the problem? I know, it made an extra. I'm actually going to get rid of that one right now. Yep, I'm doing a little house cleaning for the show right now. I'm going to get rid of that other stream that never happened. See, on my thing, I don't see it. It's so bizarre. YouTube is weird. I'm going to get rid of that. I know, and you know who's going to get really pissed? The Out There channel, giving me all these ways I could make this work, but he doesn't understand. It doesn't show what I'm supposed to see. And that is so we can avoid this stuff. I don't see the screen that anybody's trying to tell me. Everybody's like, oh, no, it's this screen. And here, I'm deleting it now. It's this screen, Rich. And they show me this screen where it shows, here, I got it right here. This is the screen I can't find. Where am I? I'm over here. You guys are here? Okay. This is what I don't like. So I get to see this. This is the screen. I'm going to show him so he knows. Hey, this is the screen that doesn't show up for me. This one here. Enable auto start. Enable auto stop. I don't have that screen. My screen just shows these two, enable DVR and 360. I don't see this fucking shit. So, I can't. And this is the last time I'm using Restream, ever. The last time I had this problem, it was the same bullshit. I'm not using it. End of story. Done. Can't trust this motherfucker anymore either. George Knapp. I'm done. I'm done with him. I've given him enough passes, especially with the mistake he made with Bob Lazar. Big mistake. I don't see how you could vet somebody and look credible when you can't find a lot of information on them. We did all the vetting we could possible. Bob looks he's a nice guy. Bob's a nice guy. I'm a great guy. I am a nice guy. I told the truth. I told exactly what happened, and that's basically it. You guys want this proof that's just not there. It's just not. Right. But there's signs that things were taken, and no, fuck off. Who gives a shit? Bob Lazar is not who he says he was, whatever. And Knapp knew it, but he knew he can get away with this story. So he put him on the news, and my neighbors are going to get the cops called on them tonight. I'm so sick of they've been banging up there all day. Just happened now. I hear this. Fuck off! So sick of it. I hate them. I might get a knock on my door because during the show, if that banging continues, I'm grabbing the mop handle and I'm pushing it up against that ceiling. Little punk ass bitch up there. I'm surrounded by them. Maybe it's me. It's me. I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. They were arguing up there with the kid. Remember? Oh, I didn't even play it for you. I have an audio clip of this, my neighbor beating her kid. I didn't call the cops because kid deserved it. Oh, this kid's a bastard. He is such a dick. One of those entitled kids who doesn't think he needs to do shit with himself. And he constantly is swearing at his mother and she did nothing about it for a long time. I've been here. Then one day she just had enough and snapped. The screaming wouldn't stop, so I went upstairs, and I thought they were arguing in the hallway, but they weren't. They were arguing by their front door. I think the kid was going to leave, whatever. So I had my phone, and I hit record, and I had my hand on this side in case they open the door. I can just pull myself out of the way like I'm walking by. They wouldn't have seen me. But some of you heard that recording. It's amazing. So the next night, the father comes to visit to set shit straight. Never seen this guy in my life. Never heard a man upstairs before, ever. And they were arguing for 45 minutes, maybe an hour, and then I was on the phone with Third Phase. I'm like, can you guys hear this? And they're like, no, we can't. But and they're like, somebody's going to call the cops. I'm like, well, I'm not. And they're like, yeah. Sure enough, they were right. They're like, yeah, we've been in situations like that where people will call the cops. They were arguing so loud, screaming. It was at 12:30 at night. So the cops came, knocked on my door. I was on the phone with Third Phase, and they're like, we got a call about a disturbance. And I go upstairs, right above me. I opened up the door a little wide, just so they could look in to see nobody was here. And I go, yeah. And they go, do you know what's going on? I'm like, the kid's going through those changes in life where he's probably never wrong. Or I don't know, I said something like that. And I think, the father's here, to set him straight, some shit like that. So they went up there, and they were up there for an hour, and I don't know what happened. But the next day, the father was back over. I heard them, and they sounded like they were having a good time laughing and whatnot. So hopefully that'll be the... But today and yesterday, they've been pounding, and it's like they're purposely doing it. It's really bad. It's been going on since 6 a.m. It's been going on since I think I woke up from a loud bang. I mean, I'm not talking... I don't mind. I understand there's moving and people walking. But when I think the kid may be jumping off the couch or something. I don't know what it is, but he doesn't know how to walk. You ever know those kids, when they walk, they pound their feet? It's like, don't you know how to fucking walk like a human? Who walks pounding like that? Nephew was the same way. It's like, that's what I mean by critical thinking. How do you not know how to walk? You don't even know how to walk. Your knees will be disintegrated by the time you're 20. Keep walking like that. My knee just started hurting as I was thinking about knees hurting. I know, I'm babbling. Hey, I don't care. George Knapp needs to go. It's about time we get rid of George. Yeah, it's over. He's interviewing UFO Jesus. UFO fucking Jesus is on Coast to Coast. What a compelling episode that might be. UFO effing Jesus is on Coast to Coast. The guy, you know who he is. I don't even have a video of him ready because I just did not give a shit. I made the thumbnail. I got pissed. Obviously, I'm pissed. So let me see if I'll remind you of who he is. This piece of shit.
9 months prior to the To the Stars Academy press conference where Lou Elizondo, the former head of... During the last 2 hours with host George Knapp. In celebration of this momentous occasion, I decided to go down a little memory lane with the historicity of my humble... Oh, shit. All about... I accidentally hit that. 9 months prior... He's using a high-def camera, it looks like. He finally got it to HD. Wow. Somebody must have got an upgrade. Must be nice. He's a TTSA supporter, which is Knapp. You guys all know that, right? He's like their spokesperson now on the news. You need to be on the news? Knapp will get you there. You know, he supported Crazy Eyes Killer. What's his name? This guy? Corbell. Crazy Eyes
DocuSuck. The worst documentary maker I've ever seen. One of the worst. Not the worst, but for ufology, he's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yeah, it's embarrassing. You know, they all lack it, guys. They lack the critical thinking. They just don't understand that they're actually damaging ufology by giving us To the Stars Academy. Now, you're going to say, Rich, well, I heard you say in one episode you were great. You were happy that To the Stars Academy was around. You know what? I was. But enough's enough. I mean, for the last year, I gave them credit for getting mainstream with ufology. They're the ones that started this cycle that we see now, where it seems to be slowing down, but there's a lot of other things the world needs to worry about other than UFOs and things from off-world planets. I don't know. I had to fix that. I was stuck out in the open with that one. But UFO Jesus is part of that Twitter Young Gun group that, thanks Grant Cameron for naming them this. They're not young. They're just new to ufology since 2017. And UFO Jesus came up with Post-Disclosure World. And in 2017 was talking about disclosures coming within a year is how we started out. I wrote George Knapp today. I emailed him and I Twittered him. Yeah. I said, you can't be trusted. Having people like this on is a joke. Basically, I'm paraphrasing what I said. I said, here's a person who knows nothing about ufology, gets a lot of things wrong, has a nice following, yes, on Twitter, but basically is just a tool for To the Stars Academy like the rest of these schmucks in Twitter world. Bunch of schmucks, these Twitter UFO young guns. They really are. And a lot of them falling to the wayside, from what I've heard. Joe Merja, whatever the frig his name is, he's getting fed up. Nobody's listening to me. Because you don't have anything new to say. You have nothing to offer. And you act like you created ufology. That's how these people act. They act like they know everything in 1 year. It's embarrassing. Oh, disclosure's going to happen. Well, it didn't happen this year. It's going to happen next year. He did the same thing. That's all he did, based on lies. Because he didn't know what he's talking about. He has no idea what he's talking about. And I can't listen to Coast because, I don't want to have that go down. Get in trouble for that bullshit show.
To the Stars Academy press conference where Lou Elizondo...
What is it? Oh, hold on. Sorry. Hold on. Just going to have to hold on a sec. Yeah, I forgot the roll call. Yeah. Hold on. I have to hold on a sec. I paused me. All right. Who do we got? I don't like it that it's over here. I don't like it over here. I don't like it over there. Let me pop this out. I popped it out. Put this over here. Let's see if this fits. Right there. All right. And we'll get rid of this. Can I get rid of this and not have it? Let's see. All right. I can dig it. All right. Welcome to the show, Missy. How you doing? If you're like Chris Farley, and I cov him. Okay. 404 error. Page not found. Welcome to the show. Yeah, third phase of moon can give me the lowdown on the George Knapp. We will be talking about that later, I'm sure. Yeah, Lisa, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Yeah, you know what? It's coast to coast. It's good, but It depends on what side you're on, left or right. That's basically the point. I'm not going to say anything else. Hey, Tommy L, how you doing? Where the hell you been? Oh, yeah, you've been right here. Good to see you. Brett Lewis, welcome back. Oh, Matt Foley. Because he's in a man. He's living in a van down by the... Oh, let me see here, guys. Let me look at you. What do we got here? Remember when he had the glasses on? He goes, oh, we got a smart one here. We got a smart guy here. Hey, Dad. Never mind. I can't do it because I don't memorize Matt Foley. I wish I did. DJ. So nice. We named him twice. Good to see you. How you doing? B. Baker. 2 B's are better than 1. Zach, how you doing? I'm just going to go quick, guys. No hip-hop and all that shit. I got to move. Lorioli fan, how you doing? Jason Turner. Fraps Eppuccino. DHP, Dark Hour Paranormal. Check out his last interview with Nicole Sakic. It was phenomenal. Good job. I know, I screwed up. Mario Heat. Fritzy, 37. 39? Good to see you, man. Cardinals 2-0. Destroyed today. Game Vet, what's up, man? The Claw. Where is the Mandible? Is this him? No. Yeah, there he is. Bastard. You bastard. Penis with ears. I'm such an immature little I'm a little boy. I almost said little man. I'm a boy. I never grew up. Actually, I did. That's what sucks. You grow up and you're not the same. What is Wreaking Havoc 215? What do you say 215? Lee Bodge, happily Bodge, and everybody else. Thank you. Oh, Big Cat. All right. Good to see ya. Lorioli fan. I think I got everybody pretty much. Everybody just Canadian guy. The North showed up. It's going to be a cold winter, but not a lot of snow this year. They're saying there's not a lot of snow. Yeah, the Falcons lost. They were up by 20. What is up with this team? I was so happy Dallas was going to lose. I'm like, good. Dallas loses. Field goal as time runs out. That was an amazing finish. Hey, you know what? I don't know. I didn't watch that whole game. I was only seeing the highlights. So, I don't know. My friend was telling me that you can tell they wanted Dallas to make it back and win. I'm like, I feel the same way sometimes. I feel like they want to help the Cardinals win, and they were calling penalties on this team they shouldn't have called. I'm like, I know it's nice to have things go your way for once, but come on, guys, call a good game. Make it fair. Alien Girl, Uno made it to the show. Good to see you. I got to talk to you. Hey, by the way, I want to do the CE5 make contact with aliens in 2 weeks from today. And I want to have the stuff. I want everybody who's here to be there, which is the moderators, Pat, Nathan, B. Baker, Will, Lisa. I'm probably forgetting somebody. And then me, B. Baker. I'll have Dave Scott if he wants to come on. Wreaking Havoc is going to come on, and DHP if he still wants to come on. So, and Alien Girl, you're part of that, Lisa. So I'm going to have like a 10-person panel, 9 plus me. And we are going to... They're going to have to follow my lead, and we're going to have to do this and see if we can make contact with anything. I don't know. I'll talk to some of you about it, and we'll figure it out how this can work. But yeah, I don't normally do things like this. As a matter of fact, I don't think I ever do. But for this to work, everybody would have to be on the same page. Like, this is why I never do Ouija boards with anybody else but me, because they can never be serious. I hear this. Is there anybody here with me? Like, what are you laughing for? It just feels stupid. Of course it feels stupid. Get in the game, man. People just laughing. Then they move the board. You know, you take your fingers and you see them move. I'm like, don't move it. Oh, we're not supposed to move it? I said before we start, just have your fingers barely touching, not pushing pressure. Let it move, but no. So that's why I get attacked all the time from the Ouija board. Hey, gush, all over your fingers, it says to me. Let's hear a little more about why, about who Ryan is. What is it, Ryan Ribbles? What's his last name, Robbins? Ryan Robbins?
Under the former head of ATIP and a part of that organization for 10
by the way, I don't blame him at all for going on coast to coast. You can't blame him. But you see, George Knapp sees him on Twitter and they talk back and forth. That's why he was also on Mick West's show, you know, because they support. I don't know why they like this guy. I don't get it. I don't. Because he goes by UFO Jesus. If he was just Ryan, nobody would give a shit. You're welcome. But it's a joke. This is a joke to me. This is a sad, sad joke. Rich, that's not really fair. Why don't you? No, I don't mind. I don't blame him. I blame George Knapp, who scheduled this. Because how do you take somebody like this seriously? Well, the people who don't know him like you do will take him seriously. He's post-disclosure world. Ryan talks about things that will happen after the aliens land. So it's all bullshit. How many times can you repeat that stuff? Once. The aliens, when they come, he doesn't even talk about it, really. All he does is support To the Stars Academy and believes in disclosure and says yes to everything. He's already been a hypocrite. Ryan said that he thought disclosure was going to happen. Like when he first came out a few years ago, it's going to happen next year. Didn't happen. Going to happen another next year. Didn't happen. Now he says it's going to be 6 years. A year ago, now it's only 5 left. He thinks disclosure is going to happen with 5 years. Why 5 years? Because 10 years is too far. 5 years is just far enough away where, you know, you can say that the paradigm shift started in 2016 when, you know, To the Stars Academy went live and all that shit. The paradigm shift. The paradigm shift. I feel something too. I don't think it's a shift in the paradigm. I think it's just me seeing a lot of stuff on mainstream media that I've never seen before. So to me, it feels like something's different because I'm seeing something different. It's nothing different. We're going to all be laughing 4 or 5 years from now when it doesn't happen. It won't happen in our lifetime. Sorry. Too far away. The aliens would have had to have been created on Earth. Right, then they wouldn't be aliens. I got it. But we call them that. They would have had to have been here for maybe 1 billion years. Who knows? However long, whenever life started for them. I don't know. What if they were the first humans and then they got so far advanced that maybe they live on the moon, or why they would, I don't understand. Why would you leave a place that gives you food and water and air to breathe? See, it doesn't make sense to go underground and live in a hollowed earth. Oh, that's where they were born and lived in hybrid under the ground. So far, there's no proof of that. It's all fluff. I like to live in a world of proofs, things I could see, touch, taste, feel, and what is the other one? Hear. Anyway, this is a little bit of Ryan's history. He goes over how it all started for him, how he went from nobody to being the famous guy on Coast to Coast Radio with George Napster, George Hackster. Now George Knapp is George Hack. What a hack. Can't even be original anymore. Better watch your mouth there, sir. Fuck George Knapp.
10 years.
Yeah, George Knapp, the guy who gave us Bob Lazar and a whole bunch of other bullshit. Oh, Skinwalker Ranch. No evidence. People's just stories. That's all we've got. We have no evidence. You want to look at that stupid TV show? The one that I just said had really good evidence? It's not really that good. It's something, but it doesn't prove aliens. It doesn't prove demons. It doesn't prove shit. You had a camera anomaly, you had a beam of light, you had stupid moon shadows on the mountains, nothing provable. I didn't see a demon talk to anybody. Nobody got a recording and said, get out. None of that happened. Nobody got lifted up. Nobody moved anything. Nobody changed color. Everything stayed the same. Skinwalker Ranch, cattle mutilations, right? When they just watched the show recently. What was the name of that show? Skinwalker Ranch. Yeah. But the cows didn't die from cattle mutilation. One died from stress. And they're trying to say a UFO flew right above the cow when he was taking his last breaths. It was a fucking bird. Idiots. Anyway, here's Ryan explaining why he's so special.
Told the world that's where he learned that the phenomena is indeed real.
For nearly the last decade, I ran a sensitive aerospace threat identification program focusing on unidentified aerial technologies.
What are you reading? Just speak from the heart. Hack?
It was in this position I learned that the phenomena is indeed real.
What a fucking dumbass actor. What an actor. Bunch of bullshit. Look at the way he says it. That's a total rehearsal.
It was in this position I learned that the phenomena is indeed real.
I learned that this phenomena was real. Check both sides of the room and then reveal that the phenomenon is real when you look into the camera. Look right into the camera, they told him, and say it's real. Oh, it's so dramatic, Lou. You'll get billions of people watching you, and they're going to say, oh, God, he's bleeding his heart out on TV. I believe him. The government hates him. They didn't want him anymore, so he went his own way with 2 Stars Academy and Tom DeLonge and Jim Semivan and all the other idiots that are still working for the government. If anybody believes these bullshitters, I got a bridge I can sell you on the moon.
What only a few of the most astute have realized is that in this video
only the astute can realize. Fucking Democrat.
Threaded into it the importance of UFO gun camera videos, as well as the proposition that disclosure would happen in 2017. And this video was published 9 months prior to the To the Stars Academy press conference and 11 months prior to the bombshell December 16th, 2017 New York Times.
The video was on the internet since 2007, right? 2 of the videos were already on the internet. Know your facts. God, pluck your eyebrows or something.
Article. Here's a recent tweet. It's nice to go back and see how well post-disclosure's commentary holds up. Ryan's first post on January 5th, 2017 predicted military gun camera footage of UFOs and that 2017 will be the year disclosure begins.
Nah, that's not the year it begins. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Disclosure, you don't have a little disclosure. You either have disclosure or you do not. There is no in between. You either tell us or you don't. And nobody said it. Nobody said the magic words. The aliens are here. That's what I want. That's disclosure. The shit videos, blurry, grainy, and all that shit, throw that shit out the window. It's airplanes, jets, and bullshit. Probably frickin' balloons. Who the hell knows? Trust me. I guarantee it. Why do you think we'll never... Look, I'll eat this hat if they show us the clear video of these videos. You know, the non-fleary type. Yeah.
holds up pretty well. And here are some clips from my first video on this channel. Humanity has a right to know the truth, that we have incontrovertible evidence that we've been visited. And all
sick. He's sick. He's sick. He doesn't understand what's happening. He doesn't get it. What is it? What do you say? Incontrovertible evidence? Look at him. Yeah, take it in. Take that big sausage. There you go, kid. Yeah, you know what? That deserves a screenshot. Yeah, we'll use that for something.
all you would need is one little thing of footage from a military plane or jet.
And we don't have it!
Of, whoa, look at that. It's a metal sphere. It's flying 20,000 miles an hour. It's not the Soviets. It's not the Chinese. It's extraterrestrials. That's all you would need. And then we could end the truth embargo. And
we still don't have it!
I talk about the hope of disclosure happening in 2017. At the worst case scenario.
See, I told you, he wanted it. He said it was going to happen in 2017. Didn't happen. I hope Ryan shows how he was a hypocrite and admits that he was wrong. No, won't happen.
Disclosure, I don't think it can go beyond 20 years from today. And that's a pretty depressing proposition. I'm hoping it's 2017 is the year. And once the disclosure happens, may it be in 2017, baby. And finally, here I talk about how the news in a post-disclosure world will be like a constant stream of coast-to-coast AM. Being in a closest post-disclosure world is going to be exciting.
Wow, can you suck the dick of Coast to Coast any better than what he's doing? He knew what he was doing. His goal was to get up. That's all this guy cares about. He doesn't give a shit about ufology. He doesn't give a shit about disclosure. He really doesn't. I tell you this because I know. I know this type of guy. He doesn't care. He only cares about himself. That's what they do on that far left side. What do you think? You think this is if these were Republicans, it'd be a little different. But he really has no idea what he's doing, and he's on Coast to Coast tonight. George Knapp will do anything for To the Stars Academy, it seems, by even putting on their biggest. Yeah, that's all he is. He's just a fanboy of To the Stars Academy. You know who's better than this guy? And I've been asking him to come back on the show, and he's been busy, as Osvaldo Franco. But I think Alien Addict nipped that in the bud because he's got another agenda. Yeah. It's always nice when you get stabbed in the back by your friends, isn't it?
As all hell. Think about it. The news will be like a...
News? News?
News?
Yeah, news. That's what it is, news. Try to think, Ryan. Look, he's pacing back and forth. This guy's had way too many brownies.
The news will be like a constant episode of Coast to Coast AM. Everyone will be...
He's just a fanboy. Just a fanboy who keeps saying the same things over and 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 over.
My first nickname was Garage Jesus because I filmed a series of videos in a garage, and some of my audience started calling me that. Ultimately,
yeah,
this
thank
evolved
you.
into UFO
I
Jesus.
Called you UFO Jesus. I did that. And the next fucking show, he comes out as wearing this kimono and shit.
Nickname that I carry to this very day.
Yeah, thanks for not saying it was me.
I will not cut my hair until a huge upsurge in UFO disclosure occurs.
Oh, God, please. So George Knapp thinks it's a great idea to have a TTSA fanboy talking about what... now, this guy has no idea about the history of ufology. He never talks about it. He very rarely will bring up... Because that was my argument with him for such a long time. I'm like, you don't understand. We've been through this shit before. But you don't know because you don't care to know the history. How many times disclosure has said it's going to happen since, what, 95 or so? Maybe before that. Greer was really the one who started the disclosure project with Bassett, if I recall correctly. 20 years later, 25 years later, a quarter of a century goes by, and the real push for alien disclosure, we're not any closer than we were then. Oh, I remember watching the videos on YouTube. Disclosures happening, UFOs over Haiti, or UFOs over Malaysia. I mean, all fake shit. Well done stuff, but definitely fake. I can't. This is what makes me want to start another channel. Because if another channel took off talking about something that I am just as passionate about, but haven't been able to talk about, life. I'd like to have a channel and just life. Life sucks, or life is hard, or something. Talking about politics, we can talk about sports, we could talk about relationships, we could talk about cars, we could talk about knitting. I don't care. We could talk about anything but the shit storm that is ufology or the paranormal. I have never seen more people stab each other in the back in this field than anything else I've ever been a part of in my life. It is a fouled, I don't even have the words to put together for this field. All of it. Well, now I'm going to talk ufology basically tonight. George Knapp. Okay, now let's try to think like we're George Knapp. Who we going to have on the show? UFO who? Jesus? Oh yeah, I know UFO Jesus. What's his name? Sprague? No, the other Ryan. Oh yeah, Ryan Doolittle. Yeah, it's not Monday through Friday. It's a different show on the weekends. I get up out of the chair, I walk around. Because I'm looking for the chat room, and I apologize if you guys are saying some shit, and I'm just not hearing it or seeing it. Okay, $2 from Tina. Thank you so much, Tina. Hi, Sola. I know ya. I see ya. $2. Thank you. What are you guys saying in here? Braccio would stare. Can you imagine UFO Jesus and Braccio having a stare down? Art Bell and his wife saw a giant UFO. He really, really did. Right, he did. He saw I believe it was like a disc-shaped craft that was silent over the road. He and his wife, who's gone now, but they saw it. He's seen it twice, actually. I don't know. I don't know if he did, but I believed Art Bell. Yeah. What else we talking about here? Which of Art's 3 wives goes all over the Nevada desert? Mario Heatwave says, okay. Let's talk about Lysergimides. What's that, Walter? Welcome to the show. Lunar Sparkers. What did you say there, sweetheart? Cut your job and get it. Wait, what? Cut your job and get a hair. I feel like I've got food in my teeth. I need to brush my teeth. Hey, Rich, would you bring Tomas Alvin on your show? He says he's been in the for sure. Yeah, RC Christian. Yeah, as a matter of fact, this week, probably not tomorrow, but you'll start seeing me having guests on the show. I think you're going to be really pleased. Actually, I'm a little bit excited, like more than normal. Mario, they don't want us on the show on Coast to Coast. Nah, because I don't know. I don't know why. I never tried to get on the show. I'm not a TTSA supporter. I am a TTSA denier. Yes, it was great what they did. They got us into the mainstream like nobody's business. But what have you seen since? Is that right? 0? Nothing. And what do you think you saw? 3 videos of what? Blah. Nothing. You got exactly what they wanted you to get. Nothing. No shape. No hard edges. No aliens. No disclosure. Disclosure is, there's no such thing as soft disclosure, and I hate that shit. Oh yeah, well, Rich, what they're doing, they're getting us ready for when the aliens come. That's just getting us ready. It's not soft disclosure. And when they do get us ready, they'll tell us why we're doing this. It's because we think we got a signal. And maybe they'll say, we got it 50 years ago. The aliens told us they'll be here by 2030. We waited till now to tell you. We couldn't tell you. They told us not to tell you. We don't know why they can't tell us. But what if the message came in and said, do not tell your people. It will cause panic. We will let you know when we're a year out. Who knows? Then you could start your disclosure process. We'll know about it. Well, you think seeing stuff in movies, Star Trek, Star Wars, that's like telling us that we're eventually going to meet aliens? That really think it's going to take 50, 60 years to get us all acclimated to the idea? It's a joke. Don't be fooled. I'm just telling you, don't be fooled. Transformers, somebody told me, Transformers is actually taken from people who really recovered an object that can transform, Rich, just like the aliens who fly over us and they're planes. They're planes. They may not look like a UFO, they look like a plane. They shifted. They changed their shape to look like an airplane. If they had that technology, just go invisible, please. There's no reason to shapeshift. Oh, but it's in broad daylight. Dude, do you know how dumb that sounds? If they didn't want to be seen in broad daylight, they would just, if they are real, they would go invisible, or they would hide behind a cloud, or, they don't even need to. You're so silly. People are so silly. You're seeing disclosure. It's on all your film, on your TV. Do you know why The Walking Dead has been on for so long? Because that's going to happen. Oh, all right. Well, count me out. I don't care. George Knapp has done things that I don't agree with. And I don't agree with him interviewing him for 2 hours. We'll find out what they talked about. I'll probably play a little bit clip here and there. But it's just weird. Like, I thought Coast to Coast was like a credible place. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's okay to have Ryan on. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, what good comes out of it? I'll tell you what good. I mean, I thought about it all different ways, right? The good thing is that he really believes. And you want to have people believe. But you don't want people to not have the what? Critical thinking. And I know Ryan does. He's a smart guy. But he doesn't have the knowledge. And I see what he says all the time. I watch what he writes on Twitter all the time. All he's doing is just parroting what other people have said in other videos. And I caught him doing it. He's a plagiarizer. He doesn't have an original thought. It's funny because I told him that. And he posted something that says, here's an original thought. So I know he's reading my shit too. I don't want him to come on the show. He won't come on this show. Nah, no way. He won't come on. I would have him on. He won't come on, though. No, I haven't asked. He wouldn't come on, though. No, I don't have anything to offer. I don't have 700,000 subscribers. Why would anybody have him on anyway? I'd rather watch this than him.
You're concerned. You're concerned. Change confused to concerned.
You know what I mean?
Okay?
I'd rather watch this.
We don't want no confusion. That is not of the Lord. Don't ever claim confusion.
This is a personality.
And I tell people all the time now, we loosely use the word luck. Oh, it's the planet of luck and it's the time of luck. But actually, there's no such thing as luck. It's blessing. There is no luck. I don't believe in luck. I believe in blessings.
All right, I take it back. So, you know, yeah, but I'm more entertained by this. Mother no shame. It's mother no shame. Mother no shame, no shit. About real life shit. Mm-hmm. Real.
Don't be confused and know that that is not of God. Okay? Confusion is not of God. That's not.
No, confusion is not a God. That's pretty good.
Not of God. God is not of confusion. So you are out of orbit when you are feeling confused. And your confusion ain't coming from you. Your confusion coming from other people. Your confusion comes from somebody else that you're hanging with.
With me?
That you're talking to.
Me?
That you have in your circle. That
Me?
you have in your life. Confusion don't come from us. It comes from others.
Like who? Where?
So yes, you need to reach out and do it as soon as you can. If you can afford it, do it ASAP, and we can session tomorrow.
Okay.
I do not get up anytime before 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't get up before 12 o'clock noon Central Time. I don't.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll call you later then. All right. I got to go.
Yes, Eileen. Confusion.
That'd be great if she said, okay, honey, I'll talk to you tomorrow. What channel is on CNN? Coast to Coast is? Is it on right now? I can watch that then. No. I guess I'm trying to catch up in the chat room what you guys are talking about, and I have no idea. Yeah. The hat, I like it's mother no shame. Oh, look, here's asshole. I don't trust anybody. He's a dick. Wait a second. I thought I got rid of that. That was weird. Mother. It
don't come from us. It comes from outside influence. It comes from negative thinking that somebody else implanted in your head or some belief system.
Play the very end of the Ryan? Okay.
9 months prior to the To the Stars Academy press continuation, started calling me that. Ultimately, this evolved into UFO Jesus, a nickname that I carry to this very day. I will not cut my hair until a huge upsurge in UFO disclosure occurs. I will continue to look like Fabio until that day happens. Thank you for all this.
Of course he's listening.
Support over the years. Without you, I would not be motivated to press on like I do. And I look forward to seeing you tonight on the Coast to Coast AM to talk about the UAP.
The UAP? What UAP? Wayne Slater? I know that guy. Derek Van Schleiberg, Inferno Jim, seeing if I know anybody. Robert Looker? COVID. Why did I have to watch the rest of that? Yeah, Fabio, right? Yeah, he does not look good. See? He doesn't look good, does he? He's sad. Choo-choo. Choo choo ka ka ka. You look into my eyes. Oh, I'm gonna push you. Yahoo! Choo choo. I like this one right here. Wait. I'm trying to do it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Choo choo. I'm such a dick. All right. You know, just to be on the serious side again. But I have a problem with Knapp. Yeah, I do. It goes back to the Bob Lazar thing. And I know a lot of people believe that George Knapp did everything he possibly could to find out everything he could about Bob Lazar. All I know is I see a guy, George Knapp, who has a story that could further his career. And it did. It changed his life. I mean, it was a huge risk. It was all in, because if it didn't work out, he could have lost his job. I doubt it. Because at KLAS, he was like God over there anyway. I don't think he would have lost his job. But he would have been in a lot of hot water if that turned out, that Bob Lazar story, that there was proof that he didn't work. There was no proof. A lot of problems with Bob Lazar, and he still went forward with the story. I wonder what would have happened if he never met Bob Lazar. And Bob Lazar, didn't John Lear or something introduce him? I can't remember how that started. I think Dave might know how that started, or I for some reason I can't remember. Alien girl loves UFO Jesus. See, that's what makes me scared. Yeah, it's funny, right? Why is, Frapsap says, why is Bob Lazar's sports model, quote unquote, identical to the Billy Meyer 1978 scout ship? You know why. Just like the hand print, the thing that it checked your bone density. It was the only way you could get into the final facility where they kept their craft. It checks the bone density. Ooh, that sounded like Bob a little. That was from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Actually, that was a real device, though, that was actually used. So, again, what are we looking up? I forget. What were we doing? I wonder what... Wait, what? Where was I going? Sports model. Oh, yeah, I was going to look up Billy Meyer scout ship. There it is. Oh yeah, remember I played this. This isn't it. Watch. This isn't it. That's not the sports model. I know, I'll find it. Hold on. This one? No. Here? There it is. I think that's it. It doesn't... Come on. Now, did anybody else see what I saw? Doesn't it look like the screen, like it changed, right? I know if you take this out of the equation, put your hand over this, and then I'll press... I'm going to block it out myself and see if I notice the screen change without seeing the UFO. Yeah. Oh yeah, that screen totally was edited. You can see it. I never tried that before. That's a good way to do it. Yeah, he knew what he was doing. It's all trickery. It's gotta be. It's all scale. Yeah, that's the real laser pistol. Alex, you know what that is? That's a car wash gun. Yeah, it shoots water out of it. Just to add on the little... I mean, what's the use of this? I mean, this is so 19 frickin' 50, 60 shit. Ah, that's one of my favorites.
Schneller als mit Lichtgeschwindigkeit zur Erde. Und das vor allem, um die Menschheit zu warnen.
Right here. Kind of interesting. I don't know. I think we are being duped, but if we're not... See, this is going to be UFO Jesus when he's this age, 10 years. Not much of a leap, really. Right? No, why do you always go there? Not much of a leap between that and this. Not much. Just different era. Yeah, it's pretty weird. This is it. That's the scout ship, I believe. Yeah, that looks like the sports model. That's the sports model, Richard.
Schade übrigens auch, dass in den Botschaften von den Außerirdischen nicht viel zu finden.
I mean, it totally looks like it is being swung around on a string. But how did he do it? Oh, he did it all right. Low lighting and some of them look good. What is this? Watch, it's going to go away.
Ist, was wir eigentlich nicht schon selber könnten
just
wissen.
Dirt on the film, just because it's done with what, 35 millimeter?
Finden ist, was wir eigentlich nicht schon selber könnten wissen. Vor allem weisen es hin auf die Eigenverantwortung von uns Menschen.
That looks so stupid in every single way. Why wouldn't the UFO, if it was real, why does it have to swing around like it's being hung on a string? Right? Why do all of his UFOs do the same thing? It's really stupid. And nobody can convince me otherwise. I really think that he faked all that shit. Even if he has a real one on there, it ain't real. We won't know about it because there's so much bullshittery going on with Billy Meyer. And I know I had Michael Horn on the show, who's a big supporter and really believes that he has seen or that Billy Meyer did interact with these aliens. But there's just so many holes. Anybody who makes claims like a Bob Lazar, you could even talk about the people we just spoke about recently. Even Travis Walton. Travis Walton, can you see the difference between Travis Walton and Bob Lazar? Bob Lazar has 0 witnesses. Forget about the night he got in trouble on Peekaboo Hill or whatever the hell that place, Peekaboo Peak. They should be in prison for going up on that mountain, getting that close. Bob Lazar should be in prison for treason, for showing Lear and their friends the supposed UFOs that night. We do it on a Wednesday, Rich. Yeah, that didn't come out good. Well, there wasn't a lot of traffic, and, we just knew Wednesday was a good night, so I think Bob Lazar was set up. George Knapp. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know why this even happened. Take Bob Lazar out of the equation. Let's say he never existed. Try to imagine what would have taken Bob's place. Would there have been another person that would have taken Bob's place? Would we have been talking about somebody else if Bob didn't agree to talk the way he did? It's all bullshit. And I'm surprised that a respected journalist like George Knapp would go from having Bob Lazar on, all the other... I mean, yeah, they do have people on there like UFO Jesus, and it makes me very angry. But this is UFO Jesus. No credibility. Just a fanboy. That's all he is to TTSA. And that can get you on a show like Coast to Coast. See, that just tells me right there that George Knapp does not care. I'm not George Knapp. I'm not Coast to Coast. I can have a UFO Jesus on my show. That's the kind of show I started off with. You wouldn't think they would have a guy like UFO Jesus on that show. Maybe as a call-in. Maybe we got a caller, goes by UFO Jesus. Caller, are you there? I am here. I'm right here. Thanks for having me on. Where are you located? Under a bunker. I can't really tell you. It's like a garage. Why did you come up with UFO Jesus? Hey! Fangul! Great job tonight, George. Way to support 2 to Stars Academy. You have gained so much credibility. Why is George Knapp even considered credible anymore? He was. I don't think he's credible anymore. Nah. If he would have not... Well, the Skinwalker Ranch, he was in the movie, you know, so I could see how he met Corbell, and Corbell's an asshole. He just wouldn't leave Bob Lazar alone, and admitted it. He says, I was at the point where I was practically harassing the guy, but I didn't want to take no for an answer. That's so disrespectful. But I can appreciate the effort. I can appreciate the effort. He wanted the story, and he did what he had to do. Hey, good for him. People like that, you know, they get ahead in life. You got to step on a few people to get to the top sometimes. I get it. Some people have it, some don't. I have a hard time doing that. I always wait for the perfect opportunity to move ahead, and sometimes I don't, but it depends on the situation. If I'm just doing something for me without hurting anybody, that's different. I don't know if anybody's getting hurt. But here, this is why when I talk about why George Knapp is making a mistake by having Ryan on UFO Jesus, it's because we're getting bad information. We're getting, and I just hope, but it's not going to happen. I just hope that people understand what they're getting with this First of all, he's calling himself UFO Jesus, which he stopped doing about 3 months ago because somebody said, you should stop doing that. You're going to go on Coast to Coast. That was his goal. He made it. That was his bucket list. You heard it. 2017. He said he's going to be on Coast to Coast. He did it. Can't blame a guy for trying. But he doesn't deserve to be on that show. He doesn't deserve to have that kind of audience yet. Because what he's doing is giving us wrong, bad information. He's living in fantasy land. When your belief is so strong and you can't see the evidence right in front of you, there's something wrong with you. That's the lack of critical thinking. That's Ryan. That's the Twitter young guns. That's why Joe Murgia, I heard through a couple of grapevines now, something just yesterday, how he's really thinking about quitting, and also a couple other people, they're just sick of it. Sick of what? That's life. You got to have a character. You got to become somebody you're not. You've got to be outrageous. You got to be off the top. And the thing is about Ryan, UFO Jesus, he's not entertaining. He doesn't do anything. He gives you a 10 to 15 minute video waving his arms around, looking like a homeless person, and just speaking untruthful things like wishful thinking. Wishful thinking doesn't work well with me. It's nice to think big, but wishful thinking is a little different when you use it as fact. He uses it as fact. Disclosure will happen. We are now seeing soft disclosure. No, we're not. There's no such thing as a soft disclosure. I wish people would stop saying that. There's no such thing. What are you talking about, Rich? How long has this soft disclosure been going on then? 70 years. How much longer do we need to see the movies, the commercials, the TVs? My computer is named after an alien. For Christ's sakes, look what it looks like when I do this. Watch. Where is it? No, it's not doing it. There. I mean, that's the computer. That's my, screen thing. It's an actual gray. You understand? It's crazy. So, you want to believe that disclosure's on the way. Please, please, please try to think about what they have done for us in the last, because Knapp is part of it. He's 100% part of this Twitter group. These dummies that really don't know shit. And what really pisses me and a couple of other people off, that these people came from nowhere, claiming they've been around, yet I haven't heard of some of Joe or what is her name? Chantana, whatever her name is. Yeah, these people claim they've been around, yet I've never heard. Oh no, we didn't go public. It's not like we were in social media, but I have 30 years of research, and you talk to them, and you could tell they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And Joe Murgy is probably the smartest guy of the bunch. Merja? Who gives a shit what his last name is? But he still doesn't have the critical thinking to understand that the reason they do it, it's the only reason, is to promote to the Stars Academy. That's the only reason. I bet you some of them don't even believe what they're saying, and that's why they're frustrated. One of those guys, I think his name was Chris. I can't remember who it was, but he called me a racist and something else, and I think his name's Christopher. I'm not sure. But he's been gone for a while, in and out, tired of it all. Yeah. Yeah, you know why? Because you don't love ufology. You don't give a shit. See, I'm never leaving. I say I want to, but I won't. I won't. Come this far, I might as well just stick it out. What do I have, another 15 years maybe? I'll be 67 in 15 years. You think I'll still be doing this? I don't think we'll have an America in 67. That's where we're going. You want to know about reality? Just wait till after the election, then we'll talk about disclosure. Not happening. And you know, if Biden gets in, you ain't going to have disclosure in 5 years, Ryan. What is with the name Ryan, too? Ryan Sprague, Ryan Apple, this Ryan, whatever his name is. I'm a lifer, Jack. Yes, I'm a lifer. You know why? Because of the experiences. I can't leave. This thing ain't working, is it? We got a super chat and that's not working again. See, it's not me. It's OBS. Streamlabs OBS. Let me get rid of it. And I got the new white screen I'm trying out for tonight until I find one. I think I like this one. It's not too bad, actually. We don't need any fancy colors or screens that glisten. Man, I'm just so mad. You're jealous of him. You're jealous of him. No, God. I got my own show. I'm jealous of Ryan. I've never been jealous of anybody. I've envied other people's success. Like, man, that's great. Good for them. You know, I'm happy for them. I'll get there. I've never been jealous. I guess when you're confident, you don't get jealous. That's the people who get jealous, the people who aren't secure, the people who can't figure out how to make that kind of bread or have that kind of fun or live a good life. Hey, living life. Life is what you make of it. Contact Jodie Foster. Life is what you make of it. Remember when Art said George gets it? I think he really regretted. Yeah, I think he regretted making that remark. Well, hold on. What? I thought I heard that. Yeah, he just rolled over in his grave. Art Bell did. They're feeling the shockwaves. 3.2. That's pretty big. He really turned over. Anyway. So UFO Jesus. I don't know if I can play this, but I am. I really shouldn't though, but I want to, but I don't think I can. Let me see something. No, it's from the Tim and Eric Awesome Show. It's from Adult Swim, so I can't play it. Damn it. But it was really UFO Jesus-esque type of stuff. Check it out. I'll just show you a little bit. So let's see if I can give you a second.
You know, the universe is a little bit like the human hand. For example, you have Grauman's center right.
Anyway, it's a really funny couple of minute video, and I probably got dinged already for that. They really, it's like a spoof on those people that do documentaries like this, you know, where they have them in shadow and they're always saying something like ufology's like falling into the matrix. It's like, you know where it begins, but you don't know if it'll ever end, you know, and they just say nonsensical stuff. That's what that is. Yeah, I have more technology, interesting stuff to show you. Thanks to Jim. Let me get rid of this. It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Because what's going to happen now? Ryan's going to go on the show. He won't be on for a while after this, but that's going to really give him some, I don't even want to say it. I don't think it gives him street cred, but it'll get him views. That's for damn sure. I just heard something on my phone. I mean, on my... Whoa, everything just stopped. Are we okay? Topside cam. Look at how much better that looks. With the much faster computer. Night and day. How you guys doing? That's me. Double shot. There we are. Like, what would he be asking, UFO Jesus? How did you get into this? Well, George, I have a real love for Tom DeLonge. I used to love Blink 182. I still do. And when I heard Tom DeLonge is going to be ushering in disclosure with a new team and a new company to the Stars Academy of Arts and Science, George, I felt something inside of me I haven't felt since... What movie's that from? Come on, Star Wars. I haven't felt this since... Yeah. So what would he ask him? What do you think is the current state of ufology today, UFO Jesus? I think the current state of ufology right now is that we're getting soft disclosure, George. It's happening, and it is happening today. And what I try to do is I try to give people an eyeful of what their future may be like once the aliens are here. We all know they're here, George. They're just hiding. Why would they hide? Why won't they just come down? Well, they just can't. See, we have to be conditioned. What do you think's been going on, George, for the last 35, 45, 60, 70 years? They're getting us acclimated to the idea that aliens are here. Would you say that there's any proof out there, Ryan, that we have alien communication? We're talking to aliens? Do you believe that we have this communication? What I feel, George, is I think that what we're seeing is the beginning of that conversation. I think we had to dissect this conversation. We first had to understand how they spoke, George. Because when we got that, have you ever seen the movie Arrival, George? I've seen it. It's like that. It took us a lot longer, though. But I think, where are you getting all this evidence? I asked you, have you seen the movie Arrival? That's where I get it from. Anyway, so in this movie, George, wait a second, UFO Jesus. So you're going off of the TV show, the movie. Well, that and also 2001: A Space Odyssey, when they found the obelisk. That's real. The obelisk is on the moon, on Phobos, George. Yeah, I've heard that. We don't really have any proof of that, although we do see the photograph, what looks like could be something like a pillar or maybe an obelisk, maybe some 50 to 100. It's 200 feet tall, George. Well, whatever it is, it's out of place on Phobos, I can tell you that. Not only that, George, Buzz Aldrin said there's an obelisk on the moon. No. He said it's on the moon Phobos. Oh. Scratch that. But this is what I'm saying. Disclosure is happening. It's right in front of us. And let me tell you something, George. I've got arthritis really bad. And I'm only 39 years old. My beard is older than me. I was born beard first. Beard first, stink later. What kind of conversation do you have with Ryan? No, seriously, what conversation do you have with UFO Jesus? It's very difficult. It's difficult. Watch this.
In this video, I'm going to examine and critique Dr. Stephen Greer's position that there are no hostile extraterrestrials visiting our planet. Consequently, we needn't worry about that potentiality. I will do my very best to steel man Dr. Stephen Greer's position. Steel manning is the opposite of straw manning. It just means that I'm going to try to present his argument in the most persuasive way that I can. Dr. Stephen Greer has mentioned before that there are things that can occur that we would interpret as negative when in actuality they are not. And when he said this, I think he was referencing legitimate abductions such as what happened to Travis Walton, or just mysterious and frightening contact scenarios. He's not referencing my labs in this case. Dr. Greer uses an analogy to demonstrate how there could be circumstances where the extraterrestrials do something to a person that the person could deem negative when in actuality is beneficial. He references circumstances where he has to engage in surgery on a child because it's an emergency situation and there's not enough time to administer anesthesia, and so he has to do it without any anesthesia, and the child probably thinks that Mr. Greer is a monster when in actuality he's attempting to save the child's life. The problem I have with this argument is that it assumes that the extraterrestrials have an objective moral standard that reflects what we would deem as a moral higher order, but that's not necessarily the case. Let's face it, the extraterrestrials' bias may not indeed reflect the best interests of humanity. Moreover, just because these civilizations may not ruin their biosphere as we are ruining our biosphere, just because they may not be engaging in war and strife as we are engaging in war and strife, and just because they may have solved all the problems that yet we have not solved, does not necessarily equate to them having a higher order of moral objectivity. Perhaps they are a much more peaceful, a much more evolved civilization than we are, yet their assessment of right or wrong when applied to humanity would not be something that we as a species would agree is a good thing. When Dr. Stephen Greer standard that reflects what we would deem as a moral higher order, but that's not necessarily the case. Let's face it, the extraterrestrials' bias may not indeed reflect the best interests of humanity. Moreover, just because these civilizations may not ruin their biosphere as we are ruining our biosphere, just because they may not be engaging in war and strife as we are engaging in war and strife.
First of all, we know nothing about the aliens. This is all just what ifs. And Greer is also that way. He's a what if kind of guy. But he really believes in that he talks to aliens. And what Ryan is trying to say is no matter how much technology they have, they may not have the same morals as we. Oh my God. Do you think? You think? Brilliant, dude. Brilliant. It took him, I don't get it. What's that, Ryan? Well, this is the guy who's on Coast to Coast. This is that way of thinking.
Projection. Another factor to keep in mind.
First of all, get the crumbs off your shirt too, dude. You got like 8 crumbs all over it.
Mind is that the extraterrestrials may be so vastly ahead of us technologically that whatever gains we as a society would attain might be minuscule. And in other words, it could take literally hundreds, if not thousands, and perhaps tens of thousands of years or hundreds of thousands of years for us to progress to the point where we would actually...
Well, let me tell you something, everybody. Let me tell you something, because what we're going to do is we are going to bring disclosure forward. And I'm not just saying that because I'm thinking it. No, no, no. It is really going to happen. We are going to see aliens come down, and they are going to land on the White House lawn. They're going to land in Moscow. They're going to land at the China capital. They're going to land in Malaysia. They're going to land in Mexico City. They're going to land even in Hawaii or in Alaska. They might even land in Canada. But let me tell you what, when they come down, it doesn't mean that they have such a great moral capacity just because they're technologically more advanced. It doesn't mean that they will save us from ourselves. We are in war. We have disease. Poverty. We've got all sorts of things that are wrong in this country. And it doesn't mean that the aliens are going to come down and land and fix everything, because it could take tens or hundreds or millions or billions of years to even back engineer that stuff. And if we're still alien humans by then we made it. We survived, and we could power the sun. We could take control of the sun and harness that energy. And then eventually we could have the power of a level 2 society where we can harness the energy of the galaxy. And once we get that, we can go to their house and we could have anything we want. Let me just tell you a little bit of a story that I had. One time I was abducted when I was a little kid, and I thought it was a dream, but it wasn't. But there was an alien ship that was in my backyard. I saw my mother by the window. I said, "Ma, what are you doing?" She wouldn't look at me, so I walked out to the UFO, and I said, it's a UFO. And they said, "Come inside the ship." I went inside the ship. The door closed. We took off, and I went to another planet. I think it was Mars. I'm not sure, but it looked like another Earth. And now here I am telling you this story. That's Ryan. It's your guy. It's who you want. You want him there. You like him and you know it. You know, because we're talking about a bunch of different people that are suspect, because thanks to George Knapp and Coast to Coast, by giving this guy more power, it's okay. It's okay if he earned it. I wouldn't care if he earned it. But it's just weird. It's just weird to me. It's just weird to me that some people get pushed ahead than other people. I am taking the hardest road possible. I will never, ever, ever, ever be on Coast to Coast. Never. I know. I'm not jealous. I've been going this long without him. I don't need that, you know. I don't need to be on Coast to Coast, because there's going to be people, oh, he's jealous. He's just looking at things, you know. Ryan deserves to be. No, he doesn't. If it said the title of the show, Fanboy, To the Stars Academy Fanboy, is coming on COVID, I actually think I have that. Hold on, let me see. Is this it? No. That's not it either. It's a weird time. It's a weird time. I don't like it. I don't think it's good for ufology. Because it's confusing to people. Well, it's good if we hear from all different people. Right, he's got his own channel. He can do it from there. I don't think it's Coast to Coast worthy. No, he hasn't paid his dues. Not everybody who goes on Coast to Coast needs to have their dues paid, Rich. Some people are just interesting to other people. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe George really likes the guy, and maybe he's a nice guy. It's still bad for ufology to have that kind of narrative put out there. That disclosure is coming, it's going to be here real soon, kind of shit. Because it isn't going to happen. Not that soon. I think if there was to be a disclosure, it might be when we actually have the technology to leave the planet and travel to other stars. That's what I mean. I think we might get a visit then. Do you think that's what happened way back in when the Mayans were around? Pakal, you want to talk about, him just going to the in between heaven and hell in his rocket or whatever? I get all that stuff. How they say he wore jewelry and it was a nose thing and maybe. They couldn't answer why the foot was on that pedal at the bottom. They just blew it off. What they said was, in that piece that I showed you, why is his foot there? They didn't answer it. But they tried talking about him manipulating the devices, but when they depict those gods, they depict them with dainty hands, like they're doing something technical, something important that they had to be careful. Dainty. That's why we think they're manipulating controls. Looks like they're manipulating controls to me. I could be wrong. What do I know? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong about the whole entire thing. Maybe it's a good thing that Ryan goes on there, and people will see that what he's saying is bullshit. That might happen. That could be a bad thing. It won't be. George will make sure of it. George is the consummate professional. He will make sure he puts UFO Jesus in the best light possible. And that's what you do for your guests. It's okay. I just don't think we should trust George Knapp anymore on anything. Anything. Now, I think George Knapp has gotten corrupt over the years. I think he even might have possibly been paid to say stuff or not say stuff. Maybe he wasn't paid at all. Maybe he was told, say this for us, please. We'll make it worth your while. And he would say, don't worry, I'll just say it. Disclosures happening in 2021? You want me to say this? You don't have enough money. We'll get somebody else. UFO Jesus! Somebody call UFO. You're going to call UFO Jesus, not an investigative journalist. The kid's a talking head. He's nothing. He's zip, zero, zit, zilch, zitch. See, it's just weird. Don't you think it's weird? Don't you think it's weird that he's going on coast to coast? If I did everything all over again, I don't think I could change the way I did things. But if I wanted to get to the top, and I would have done things so differently. I just went with my gut. The gut always directed me, I think, correctly. Because what if I did start, like, you never know. Relationships start at the weirdest times. You never know what's going to happen. But when I met Jaime Maussan or met the people in the field, I could have been more, not friendly, but I was friendly to everybody. But once I started going on my own, and then they heard me talking the way I was about how things really are in ufology, because back then, YouTube wasn't even around yet. It just started. And Blog Talk Radio and other shows, there was no... Blog Talk Radio was the only place where you could have a live show with your own phone number and a chat room at the time. And everybody knew the Easy UFO show, do not go on that show. I saw people talking, people were saying, nobody's going to come on your show. They did. People still did. But nobody's going to take you seriously talking like that. Why? Why? Why would you not take the truth seriously? I'm talking about how horrible you guys are, that you will support hoaxed UFO footage and call it real. And you want me to play along with that? How is that possible? How is it when UFO Casebook, which was super popular at the time, is posting something that is obviously a flashlight, and you're saying it's a beam from an alien craft? You can see the flashlight. I just couldn't do it. So, when you can't, when you don't want to do it their way, you do it your way. And that's what I did. I built up the website and spoke the way I speak now, just a little more harshly, but I don't see why it's so bad for me, because I'm naming names, I'm talking about people, right? You should be grateful I do that, or did it. Now, I mean, I don't reach out to people like I used to get to know them. I don't. I just don't know about doing that anymore. It's a different world. I've reached out to people and they're just rude. Some people are rude. I want to know. Seriously. What am I saying that's so bad that people wouldn't like it? I don't get it. I could never understand it. Really, I couldn't. Really, I couldn't understand it. Like, for instance, Open Minds TV, right? It's totally... Alejandro Rojas said he was the guy who owned... I remember he said, I own Open Minds. I don't know if he did, but MUFON got involved, and I'm not sure how that worked together, but he grew overnight. And if I see something that's wrong, why is it bad for me to call that out? They were supporting so much bullshit. I'm like, that's not what you think it is. I can tell you what it is. If you would give me the date and time, I could look it up. I think it's a satellite. I'm not going to give you that information. Well, it should be up on the screen. It should be up on the video. You don't have that information, so what is it? It's probably a satellite. And then I'd go on the show and I'd talk about the video that was #1 on their site. And I'm the asshole. I don't get it. You're not allowed to have an opinion. You know why? Because it's that far left. I'm realizing it now. Ufology, I think maybe that side of the political, ufology's all political anyway now. It always has been. If you don't play the game, you can't win. I didn't play the game, and I was still winning for a while. Yeah, then I got frustrated, and things happen, life changed, life happens, and man, if I never left, what a mistake that was. What a fucking mistake. And then when I came back, and I was coming back as the paranormal code, and then like 2 weeks later, I was talking on the show about monetizing my YouTube channel that had like 10,500 subscribers. It was UFO Chronicles of Rich G. And it got shut down. It's amazing. For no reason. Yeah, I mean, I'd never battled anybody. All I did was post other YouTube videos. I must have had every UFO video on that channel, including all of mine. If you wanted to go to YouTube and looked up UFOs, you would go to my channel. They shut it down right when I came back. I was going to monetize it the next day. Sign up for all, and nope, gone. Couldn't make money when I started that channel. There was no money to be made. There was no rules. You could do whatever you want back then. We did. But I couldn't play by the rules. And I told my wife at the time, I don't understand these people. They're believing everything I say. Don't you think that's a little strange? She goes, yeah, that is strange. Like, why would anybody believe you? No, she wouldn't say that, but it's UFOs, man. They didn't even ask me anything about it, even though I put everything in my report when I sent it to them, so maybe that's why they didn't ask. But not one person ever said, I can't post this. Do you know what this is? It's a fucking plane. Nobody ever said that to me. And that is still a big problem in ufology. It's different now. Everything's put on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and what else? Instagram. Nobody has websites anymore, really, for this. Which, by the way, I'm shutting down GUFON Network after this show. It's gone. Yep. It's $30 a month, and I need that money, so it's gone. We'll make another one someday, never. So say goodbye to that. I just couldn't follow what they wanted. I couldn't follow. George Knapp really was the guy that you would want to listen to. George Norrie on Coast to Coast after Art Bell left. Art Bell was all I listened to back then. Art Bell. When he left, it was a big void. And I remember Jimmy Church is going to be the next. He's going to sit in the Art Bell chair. He really thought he was. Didn't happen for him though. But he does some fill-ins over there, which is kind of cool. But Jimmy Church didn't deserve. I don't know. The guy came from where? Sports. No experiences. And all of a sudden this guy's talking like he knows everything in the paranormal world. It's just very annoying. But he kissed the ass. You kiss ass, it's just like anything else. If you want to get to the... And this is why I hate politics. And this is why I wish I could live off the grid. Really. Just have nothing to do with anything or anyone, right? Just get out of here. Just live my life, do what I want to do, and grow my own food. And be my own doctor. Because you're kissing ass to people you don't like. And I didn't want to kiss their asses just so I could be on their show or have my video on their website. Jaime Maussan, the reason I keep mentioning him, because back then he was really... he's still the Balloon King. Although Robert Bingham is the Balloon King, and then you got Gutter Gawker right after, and then you got Jaime. In that order. Yeah, it's weird. I just couldn't do it. I can't suck up. I don't like faking it. I hate faking it. Hate it. I'd rather just let me do my own thing. I can't kiss ass. Why does it have to be kiss ass? Because I don't respect these people that accept airplanes and balloons and birds as real UFO footage, and they know nothing. They don't know anything about the camera that was used. They didn't know anything about the weather that day. They didn't know anything. They don't know. They don't know what a plane looks like at a distance, or a light on a mountain, or a car in the distance, and da-ba-da-ba-da. They know nothing. Jaime knew nothing. People would just send him shit, and he'd be like, "It look good, look bad, UFO, hey, ovni, hey." Watered down ufology. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't. I couldn't smile around people. I couldn't fake, "Hey, how you doing, Jaime?" And I'm sitting there going, fuck, I can't believe I got to talk like this for the rest of my life to Jaime if I want to be in his next movie. "Hey, Richard, how you doing? Hey, Jaime, how are you?" "Oh, doing good. I could say a little tired, We got alien doming, placards and stuff, staying out of jail. How are you, Rish?" Yeah. So, Ryan, best of luck to him, right? But really, you don't want it. You don't want to see this guy go global. He's dangerous. Because he's spitting out a lot of stuff that's just not true. And I hate that. How do you know it's not true? You don't know disclosure's not going to be coming. Disclosure's not coming. It's not coming. Okay. It ain't coming. Wow, we are really doing well. The bit rate's only at gigabyte 1472. We've been on 1 hour and 50 minutes already? Are you serious? Guys, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I've been talking for so long. I just needed to let it out. All right. So remember when we played the Bob Lazar body language with those 4 panelists? I want to go back to that and continue where we left off. And I want to hear 4 more examples of their expertise. Only because I just need to change the pace. I can't believe I talked. Well, we started a little late, so it says 1 hour and 50 minutes. All right. I'm going to continue with this. And Bob Lazar, body language from a couple of guys who don't know jack.
9 of them, and you got a brief glimpse at the other ones. How were they different?
Oh, they looked completely different. One looked like I called it Jello mold, and it looked like a classic Jello mold with the rippled sides to it. One was a very flat disc, like like a straw hat or something like that. That was sitting up on its edge, and the thin part of it looked like a projectile had been fired through the edge of it. So I don't know if they were attempting to see if the metal could be penetrated, or if that's where the thing came from. Maybe it was shot down. But that was the only one where I saw there was, actual physical damage to it.
And that one was roughly the same size? They're all...
They were kind of too far away to tell.
All right. Ready, good?
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Did you see just one type?
Stu Garrison.
There were 9 total. I only got to essentially work, back engineer, or analyze one of the craft. But there was a separate hanger for each of the crafts, and each one was essentially different in its visual appearance.
Did anybody tell you where the U.S. Navy intelligence got the craft from?
No, not at all. That's a lot of people have speculated about it, that they were either shot down or they crashed, but the craft seem undamaged, so I doubt either of those would be correct.
All right, Chase, what do you got?
So we see something here that I think is, I'll give you the truthful part first. Back in this video, he's doing this, I haven't calculated the number of years. A couple of decades prior, 20 years some odd prior to his appearance on Joe Rogan. Same story, different words. That speaks to truth.
Right.
Same story, same words is more likely to be a rehearsed story. The deceptive part that I see in this interview, if someone looks away, not just with their eyes, but with their skull.
This is the... He's right. He's right about what he's about to say. Never mind, watch.
So we see eyes and skull looking together. As they're looking away, they're retrieving some data or experiencing some kind of feeling. That's when they'll start talking. In this video, we see a eye and head break away,
then it
and
comes
then
back.
He looks back to deliver the information. So I think this is the deliberate recall of something that he has memorized that is not truthful.
Excellent. Greg, what do
you know, also, you have to remember, guys, this is something that happened 30 fucking years ago. And he's talking in front of the largest audience ever for him. You see, it's tough. I give Bob a little bit of a break, but not much. But I knew he was going to say he looked away and then he looked back. Now, if Bob would have looked away and said, and then he talked and didn't look back, then there's less deception with that. because he doesn't have to prove it to you by looking in your eyes that the story is correct. It's an interesting thing.
You got
the look away.
You're starting now to see, number one, yes, Chase, while I agree with you, he is saying the same words. He's using different facts. This is in direct contradiction to what he says to Rogan. There was damage in one of these aircraft. Well, he hasn't been there since before this. So there's a fact issue right here. You can't have multiple facts in one story.
Wait, what? There was damage. What is he saying?
Different words. That speaks to truth. Same story, same words is more likely to be reversed together. As they're looking away, they're away, and then he looks back to deliver the information. Is the deliberate recall of something that he has made.
Greg, what do you got?
Yeah, so you're starting now to see, number one, yes, Chase, while I agree with you, he is saying the same words. He's using different facts. This is in direct contradiction to what he says to Rogan. There was damage in one of these aircraft. Well, he hasn't been there since before this. So there's a fact issue right here. You can't have...
That's so stupid. That's not right. That's not what happened. Rogan asked him what kind of crafts he saw, and he's talking about them. And this guy says that's not a fact because he wasn't there when he says he saw that. That's not what was asked. I'm telling you, my blood, I'm going already. My God.
You can't have multiple facts in one story. That part I have a problem with, number one, just on his face. But watch him. I believe, and I think this is 2009. Wait until we're going to go back to 1989 as well, which is his first time, and you're going to see him building it.
2009? Rogan was just on Rogan. What is he talking about? He was just on last year, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. Last year. What is he talking? Maybe he meant 2019.
His story, that thing that the Susan Lucci role he's playing now, that he's played for 30 years, that he knows that role inside out, is building. And every time he's probed and poked, he's coming up with more details so that by the time he gets to Joe Rogan...
That's not the Susan Lucci role. Oh.
Rogan, he is much more believable, which is why if you watch Joe Rogan and you thought, hey, this guy's the real deal, I don't doubt it. When you first look at it with face value, without understanding his eyes are moving to the same spot constantly, that he has developed this story over 30 years and he's playing Erica over and over and over, you don't get this piece of it. So when you go in to look at him, pay attention to he's moving around. It's not just his head. He's jitterbugging as he's trying to come up with answers for this guy. And there's almost a little amusement going on in his face as he does it. And as we go further back, you're going to find even more of that as he's filling in these details that will become those permanent.
He's not amused because he's telling him the story. It's about the story, but he's amused because he's recalling what he felt when he saw the UFOs. It made him think, my God, either these are ours or we're really visited by aliens. That's the amusement, you stupid.
Words that we're talking about, Chase. I think he's a master storyteller.
Do you see why this can never be used in a court of law now? Do you see why? Because I have a totally different perception of Bob's body language and what these guys are saying. And these guys are supposed to be smarter than me. I'm going to tell you straight up. Straight up. I'm better than they are when it comes to this. I could watch a conversation between two people and figure out who's lying. You ever play Who's Lying? No? It's a good game. Me and my wife used to play it. We would eat breakfast at the Good Egg every Sunday. And we sit at the bar and we'd eat because we'd have a overview of the whole restaurant. Pretty much the first 8 to 10 tables around us. And every now and then, you know, we would eat there and hear a conversation, but not understand what they were saying. And one day my wife goes, who do you think's lying, the man or the woman? And without looking, I go, the woman. She goes, bullshit, you can't tell she's lying. I go, exactly. Women are good. Much better liars than men. Much better. Yeah. I don't know why it is that way. I think women don't have the testosterone of males. Men react. Women process a little bit better than men do. Men tend to overreact. Like, if I would have thought through the other night when I had the argument with my nephew, I could have just smiled and blew him a kiss and walked out, and everything would be fine. You know what I mean? But women, oh, they're good. I don't like body language looking at women. There are some women who suck too, but they're much better at seeing shit than men. I would definitely like to see if we had a woman we could do a body language thing on. That would be nice. But anyway, I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, the game, and she'd be like, oh no, the woman is lying. And I'm like, how do you know? How are we gonna know the truth after all? She goes, we'll never know, except you and I will have to come to an agreement and agree who wins, and we'll be honest about it. And we were about even. Yeah. We had fun. I missed that bitch. I missed that bitch.
Well, he missed his calling, or maybe he didn't. He's a master storyteller. I wish I believed him, because like you said, I really want to believe this. I want to believe we got some little guys who are telling us how to...
No, Stu Gerson, it's Sativa. Where is it? Oh, it's on the table. Sativa. Sativa.
the world better sitting in a cave somewhere. I just don't think so.
Yeah, that's great. The thing about the moving around the chair, and he's nodding every time he starts talking about the 9 ships and all that. He's giving that confirmation of and he's dead-eyeing this guy, and he's also wiggling around his chair as he's doing it. So it shows he's a little bit nervous about it, but at the same time trying to make sure he sells it well. You know, that's all I've got. You guys have covered everything. Mark, what do you got?
Yeah, so one of the things you might want to do if you're looking for somebody and that they may be nervous around deceit is put them in a chair that moves easily, because you will find they'll start swinging on that thing, they'll tip it around, they'll do all kinds of stuff. If you've given them furniture where they can lock themselves in really hard, they'll be looking more calm and assertive. In this one, we don't get the super calm and assertive, modern Bob Lazar. We got a mid-period Bob Lazar here. The artist knows.
Wow, he was trying to come up with something new he could say about Bob Lazar, huh? That's all. This guy's just talking to hear himself talk.
And he's doing a great job, but we've got some of those vocal tics coming in, which again it gives him time to come up with his story. He's still making a sound. It clears the throat there because it's getting a bit dry. He's under stress and pressure. So and look out for that rhythm as well. Think about Scott's idea there of the loping. It's got a rhythm. It's got a smooth gallop to it. It suddenly gets very sticky in areas around this. Now, we do see it in some of the stuff with Joe Rogan. He does hit that again. And what he does, and again, this is a beautiful technique that you must pay attention to. What he does is he starts to say that he's got a migraine. When he gets off his story, he starts to say, I've got a migraine. And he's already prepared this because he's told everybody in the studio and his partner there that there's a migraine going on. It's very like Uri Geller used to do. Uri Geller, if it was going wrong for him, would say, I don't feel strong tonight. I don't feel strong. And migraines, though we do know a lot about why they exist and how you get them, it's one of those things you can't touch.
I think we're done. I can make the horse noise with the top of this. Listen. Yeah, 2 horses. Jump. Jump. Oh, 1 horse fell. That's what you do when you get stoned. Yeah, this is good stuff. I forget the name of it. I don't have the bag anymore. But this has been the best stuff I've had probably years. I don't know if you could see. But it is a tasty treat. Sticky too. I put it in my own containers. You know, this was it held cheesecake in here. But it's got this lid that it zips around the top. I've got about 12 of these. Well, they're not all full. And I got little ones like this. Get the little ones. This is empty. And then I've got one of these. This has the special stuff. Special stuff in there. You got several of those containers. Not really, just the one. I'm almost out. I saved that one. I saved that for a long time. Probably a year. I've had it. Yeah, and then I forgot about it. And then you switch it up. So, you know, hey, I've got a lot of pain. Right here. Right here. I swear. All right, let's get back to the show. What's that? So what? It's okay. You're allowed to talk about it. Cart narcs. I'm doing it. I don't care. It's time. I need a break.
All right, Narketeers, I'm going to show you somebody who's going above and beyond. This man, his cart, you can see the front wheel locked up here because they had their sensor too tight on this parking lot. So it locked up when he's parked in the parking lot, so they've got something screwy. But, like a good citizen, he's picking it up and bringing it back. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, but I know the wheel locked up on you, huh?
Yeah, locked up on me.
Man, I appreciate you dragging all the way over there.
No problem.
Thanks a lot, sir.
You're welcome.
Cart Narcs at your service. Thanks for helping out with that.
Okay, no problem.
That's awesome. So it's hard to tell with masks these days how old this lady is, but she left her cart right here in this spot. So I don't know if I need...
Thank you. Sorry, I left that there.
Oh, well, that's nice of you to say. Well, most people don't admit it.
Yeah, normally I bring it back, but I got lazy today.
Well, that's... You just did my whole argument for me. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know you were coming over here for that.
Oh, that's okay. No, I'm
so guilty, I had to say.
Oh my gosh, you're the best person I've talked to all day. Yeah, I'm with the Cart Narcs. We narc people out, blah, 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 blah. But you already know all this. All right, well, I'll get it for you then. You just owned up to it, so good for you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Cart Narcs out.
You're much younger than me.
Oh, well, that's the... you, please, you can't even tell with the mask these days, right? Thank you very much. Adjusting his front bumper there. Checking for damage. Ironic, since he just left his cart out where it could damage other vehicles. Whip, 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 whip. Sir, you left your cart right here. That was a real siren. Hey, how about that? Oh, unrelated to us. Oh, crap, where's my magnets? Sir, you just left your cart right here. Oh, willy-nilly, loosey-goosey, and lazy bones. Sir, your cart? So you just left your cart out here like a big old lazy bones. You left your cart in the middle of the spot. Luckily, we have a nice employee here to help you out, but why didn't you take your cart back? Oh, he's here. That's okay. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Thanks for your service. Cart Narcs. That's not where the cart goes. The cart just goes on the other side, over there. And with the Cart Narcs, yeah.
Oh my God, they couldn't walk it around?
Cart, I mean, you're so, let me get you a bumper magnet here. Oh, he's getting away. There you go. Yeah, with the Cart Narcs. With the Cart Narcs, you didn't take your cart back. You got so close, but almost. That's, I got our hotline number on it, so you can call us. We can talk to you about cart placement, cart theory, all these things.
Look at that little cart. I don't have any of these here. That's the cart I need. Yeah, 'cause, you know, you don't have to bend all the way inside. That's real convenient looking. You put your water and dog food down here, or kitty litter, or Coca-Cola, or anything heavy, and all your light stuff goes in there. Don't be a lazy bone, sir. Take your cart back. You left it right here on the edge. It says right over there.
But I appreciate that. Yeah, if you just want to get it right on the other side there. This is a bit of a wonky situation. I don't know if that's even a good place for them to put their cart return, quite frankly, because there's like a handicap spot. They block that off anyway. I don't know. Appreciate that. Thanks. I'll get that for you. Just a magnet. Thanks a lot for taking that back, sir. Appreciate it. Cart Narcs at your service, and Cart Narcs out as always.
Yeah, not a really good episode. That was kind of oh, here's Old Yeller. Yeah, we're not caught up, but we're good enough. Almost 100,000. When we started looking at him, I think he had 45,000. That's amazing. He's gained 50,000 subscribers in this year. I first started playing these back in January. February? Yeah, February I think it was. We need that. I am the UFO police. Alright, I got some really cool videos to show you. I wish I could play that. I probably already got in trouble for it. So, holography, holograms, go back to 1947 when scientist Dennis Gabor developed the concept.
When scientist Dennis Gabor developed the concept, to move forward, he had to wait for inventions like lasers. So he called it an experiment in serendipity that began too soon. But soon, everything was about to change. Gabor was right to call it serendipity. His holography theory came as a result of his research in trying to improve the resolution of an electron microscope. But progress stalled over the next decade and a half because there was no source for a pure and consistent beam of light. Finally, in 1960, a breakthrough. The invention of the laser, a source of coherent light from a single source, and just what Gabor and his theory had been waiting for. Just 2 years later, a pair of researchers at the University of Michigan achieved the first laser transmission of physical objects, a toy train and a bird. The science community quickly got to work building equipment for new holography techniques: white light transmission, rainbow holograms, and gelatin for recording. In 1971, Gabor was rewarded for his pioneering work when he received the Nobel Prize in Physics. By then, holograms were beginning to hit the mainstream. An art exhibit in '68, then another. Luxury jeweler Cartier put a hologram in its Fifth Avenue store window in 1973. A prototype for a holographic movie emerged in 1976. Then, in 1983, MasterCard put the first hologram on a credit card for security. The following year, National Geographic put a hologram on its March 1984 issue, and the 3D Eagle wowed millions of readers. Holograms had arrived, and they'd become a part of our everyday lives.
So where have they been the last 40 years? 37 years? Oh, you'll see.
Today, holography is used for all sorts of applications. Data storage, security measures, recording of fragile ancient artifacts, some digital cameras, even for creating realistic models for facial surgery. But one popular modern hologram isn't. You know those concerts that bring dead artists like Tupac and Michael Jackson back on stage? They're not actually holograms. They're projections that use an illusion effect called Pepper's Ghost. But the mistake proves the ubiquity of the word hologram and the general concept.
Oh, okay. So that's it. Wow, that was uneventful. Here's another display. Whoa! Can't play that song. Chingy chaka chingy cha do 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 doon chicka doon chicka doon chicka doon 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 dun 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 wah 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 Aww. Well, that was pretty cool. Oh, this one I loves. Is a good one. I don't think I can play the music. Yeah, I can't. This is really cool. That is unbelievable. Yep, height for there's one in here I want you to. Oh, I guess no. Where'd it go? Ikike, Chi-Chi, Chi-Chi.
Challenge the extraterrestrials within warfare. So the fact that they allowed us to attain a little bit more technology over the past 70 years or so is really not that convincing at all. One reason the extraterrestrial races may be postponing to take over our world may be for the simple fact that they are studying us from a scientific standpoint. And when their curiosity has been fulfilled, then they'll be like, okay, we had enough, we learned enough, now let's kill all of humanity and take over Earth. Now, I'm not suggesting by any stretch of...
How is that entertaining? How is he entertaining? I don't understand it. I honestly don't get it. Really. I just don't see it. Anyway, we're going to continue this UFOs and Aliens Close Encounters documentary. Did we watch this together? Oh, yeah, I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't play that. I remember now why I had that there. This UFOs and Close Encounters documentary.
To go to a
again?
hospital to be checked.
Yeah, that's the same thing. We can't play that. Get that out of there. There's a hold on. There's one thing I have. Okay, I see what you're doing. Okay, we'll do this one. Watch. Oh, this is good. This is a good video. You guys will like this. It's mysterious things that will make your jaw drop. Your jaw is gonna hold on to your jaw. Just do it. What's going on? Oh, I can't play the music. Right? Isn't it the music I can't play? No, I can play it. Why is it muted though? That's just weird.
Well, today we have a really intriguing video for you.
Okay. I like this channel.
But before I go on, I'm gonna ask you guys to drop a like, subscribe to the channel with notifications.
Hey, yeah, don't forget to do that for this channel over here. You listening to me? Like, subscribe, and share this shit. Now.
From a mysterious castle-like city that appeared in the sky to unknown and bizarre creatures, today you're in for a ride.
Weird noise coming from right here where the school's at. I don't see nobody.
Anybody.
You hear that?
We're gonna be checking out mysterious things that will probably make your jaw drop. For instance, talk about glitches.
That's what we... By the way, I gotta tell you this. I'm gonna make an announcement Third Phase wanted me to throw out here. Listen to this. And this is not a joke. This is 100%. legitimate. Because they did it years ago and we talked about this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Anybody who can prove that they can levitate a marble, pretty much anything, but if they could lift something or move something, and third phase will give you the object, the little thing or whatever it is they want you to move. You can't use your own, but they will give you a substantial amount of money. It's more than you can imagine. It's a lot of fucking money. And if anybody can do that, can levitate, and will let Blake Cousins and Brent Cousins give them an object. Hey, it could be a feather. If you could, and it's going to have to be proven with an object they give. Or if you say you can move something with your mind, they will put it in a vacuum chamber so no air can get in or out. Nothing can disturb the feather, the ball, whatever it is. And you can move it with your mind. And you can do it to other objects they will give you. That's the reward. There is that challenge that's gone out there. I'm starting it today for them. If you prove you have telekinesis powers, basically. None of this turning the pages like this and blowing it, you know, getting masterful at doing that shit. No way. Bending spoons, we're not interested in that. Well, they aren't. I say we as in, you and me. We want to see real stuff. So, if anybody out there is listening to this show and they want to prove that they can move things with their mind, telekinesis, or they can make something hover, maybe they can hover, there will be a substantial reward. So just contact Third Phase of Moon or me here at GUFONradio@gmail.com. You want to send a video to me to prove, or to them? You can do that too. Prove your skills. I know there's a lot of people out there who are magicians and can do that with their little tools. But Brent and Blake, they'll give you the object. You can't bring your own. It don't work like that. A person who can really move shit with their mind doesn't need their own magical prop. And that's that. Back to the video.
Is in the Matrix. A player jersey's number turns from 13 to 14 mid-game. In Ontario, Canada, the sky turns purple.
Whoa.
And for some mysterious reason, in Nigeria, rain pours red.
It's the ground.
If you think you've seen it all, think again. There are places
Wow.
and things on this planet we couldn't even imagine in our dreams. From mysterious places that spark curiosity from all over the world, to huge and unknown creatures that have been spotted on camera. We are going to be exploring some of these videos and a bit more, starting with Bernal's Sir John Eric, who caught a very strange noise next to Cunningham Middle School at night. He says it was around 1 a.m. in the morning when
I bet you I could duplicate this noise. Let's see what it is.
he heard this strange sound.
Right here where the school's at. I don't see nobody. You hear that?
The video starts out with
Who
Sir
gives a
John
shit?
Eric.
It could be somebody idiot. Some idiot just sitting by going, how hard is this job?
Going around the school to check out what it could be, when a mysterious sound, one that I believe is not coming from a human being, can be heard. What's most intriguing is that there is a black figure in the background, one that he said
It's not a figure, okay? It's not a figure. It's a figure. I hate when he says figure. It's lazy. Lazy bones.
As he did not see only until after he edited the video.
Right there, somewhere right there where the light's on.
As you can see, it's just next to a window, and by its size, it is not a normal person or
No, it looks like a chair to me. Or maybe an old Victrola.
whatever that is. It looks as
Oh,
if
wait, it moved. Oh, it moved.
it could be some sort of creature or a shadow person.
Or a little kid.
I don't know what it is, but...
Well, it looks like a kid.
After a while, John keeps walking to see if he finds out more about the strange noises. Without reaching any logical conclusion, John uploads the video to Facebook and it goes viral almost instantly.
Oh my God.
Randonautica is an application that has been getting more and more attention as we speak.
On them, holding them. And so I parked and got out and he got shot.
What is that?
What the Are those goats?
A lot of people are trying out this app in which you think of something and it,
Whoa.
well, supposedly happens.
Oh my God.
In this next video, Omar Gosh TV YouTube channel goes randonauting at night, and this is what happens.
Not seeing anything out of the ordinary.
Oh shit.
Randonautica is giving Omar Gosh TV a busy night. At first, he finds a suitcase in the middle of nowhere. He decides then to go to another location.
We'll open it later. Hotel 6. We're behind like a store or something.
When he reaches this other location just behind a store, he realizes that things starts to get real creepy.
What the hell is that? Oh, look, it's some rope too. Look, there's more.
He decides to go home when things starts to get creepier and creepier. I'm not too sure about this app. I've never used it before. What about you?
All right. I'm gonna do a live Randonautica when it gets cooler. About a month, we'll do Randonautica. I think that would be fun. I did it on my phone just to see what it would look like one day. And Missy Lowe, who's in the chat room usually, she says, you should try it. So I downloaded it. And on my phone, it told me to go out my door across the street 150 feet. So I grabbed my binoculars and I looked, and there was nothing there. That lot was just cleared, I don't know, a week before. Like there was all these homes there, and they're all taken out now. It's just, they flattened it. So I said, Jesus, man, I wonder if this is like just, maybe there was somebody's door that was there. Because I think I remember somebody had a front door in that area. So I'm wondering if there was something under the steps or... But I never went across the street because why? There was nothing there. I you know, if there was a suitcase out there or something else, I mean, there was nothing there. It was just dirt. Well, you never know. You could have went there, Rich, and found maybe $100 under a rock or something. I know. Not my luck, though. I don't have that kind of luck.
Oh my God, what is this? I'm on the way to home, but it's very, very unique.
Oh, that's interesting.
Lately, there are many strange videos.
Oh, thank you for letting us see more than 1.2 seconds of a really cool video. Appreciate that. I don't understand this channel. Why they do that. Oh, maybe he doesn't have permission. Maybe.
Of lights in the sky surfacing all over.
Pero miren cómo se ven. Y la gente está viendo bien.
For instance, in 2018, posted by Bass Envy YouTube channel, a mysterious strobing light was seen in the horizon.
What the f is that? It's like strobing.
Aren't there pot farms that are popping up all over the place that have this weird kind of light effect that looks like it's always when there's a fog or a low cloud? We see these. Do pot farms glow different colors like this? I wonder what it is.
No idea what it is.
A couple of years later, on March 2020, it was seen again and posted on Twitter.
Whoa!
What's most astonishing about this is that recently a video went viral of a mysterious light, a similar light to the one in Houston, although this time in Peru. This mysterious event was captured by a couple of friends that were left baffled by it. Captured by Sanjila Shrek.
You can see a beam of light come right down here.
The YouTube channel this year, a mysterious light can be seen in the sky.
It's going up.
I'm not too
it could have been drones in the clouds. I don't know.
sure if this is a light pillar or not. A light pillar usually is caused by a source on the ground when there is enough ice crystals in the atmosphere.
Right. That's what it is.
But I'm not too sure if this is the case. After watching Sanjila's video a couple of times, it's as if there's a beam of light behind the clouds that is being pulled towards the sky. I also noticed that the beam varies in shape and size. Tell me what you think.
Is that normal?
No, that's not normal.
Bro, what the f? Wait.
That is not moving. Man, video that thing, Max.
I am. I got it.
Are you videoing it?
Yeah, hold on. It is just sitting there. Alan, baby, watch the roof.
Another plane just sitting in the sky.
Talk about strange things going on in the sky.
I've never seen it do that. It looks like a Lego piece. It's just sitting in the water. Are you kidding me?
Well, that is odd. I wonder if Third Phase has ever seen something like that. You ever see the sun set in the water like that? It's got to be an optical illusion, obviously, right? Bouncing off the clouds or something?
A plane standing still in midair is usually explainable because of wind current or the person driving in the opposite direction.
Hey, DB Cooper with a $5 super chat. He says, Lisa, DJ, peace, DHP. Thank you. Thank you.
Just chilling up there.
However, a Fata Morgana is a
Oh, come on. That is so fake looking. All right. That is too fake for me. What's that? What is it? What time? Is it? No, it can't be. Nature is the best. It's the best. Nothing better than nature. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to try to go droning. I didn't go at all. I've only gone twice. I've gone more than that, but I've only flown it twice since I've had it back. That's just weird because it's been too hot. That's the show. Yeah, it's the show. You want to call it that. Don't trust George Knapp, man. That guy gets too much credit. I'm turned off by what happened. But we'll get some sound bites from that show. Thank you, super chatters, moderators, veterans, and newcomers. Appreciate you guys hanging out on a Sunday. Is it Sunday? It is Sunday. I almost forgot. All right, we'll see you tomorrow, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Don't forget, if you want to help donate and support, you can go to the links in the descriptions to any of the shows. And help help out if you want. Thank you very much. And we're getting rid of GUFON.net tonight. Say goodbye to that. And I'm looking to do CE5 in 2 weeks from tonight. Think about it, guys. All right, I'll see you tomorrow night. If you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. Third Phase may have a video later. I'm pretty sure they do. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. No. We're done. We're done. Wow.